WPTV.
Welcome back to the desk. The NFL season is winding down, and with that, the Super Bowl is just days away. With me to talk about the big game is Julian Carrera, Matthew Goldman, AJ Tierney, and JJ Woodards. I said that backwards.
Please remember me.
The AFC representative this year would be the New England Patriots. Julian, bring us through the Patriots stats this season.
With pleasure, Tyler Cooper. If we take a look here at the Patriots, you see they're ranked third in total offense. Total defense, they were ranked number 8. Second in points scored. And their turnover injured, they were ranked 10th, likely due to, that Drake May fumbling. Anyway,
Matthew Goldman, I will go to you. How can the New England Patriots win their 7th Super Bowl title? And with that would be the most in NFL history.
The offensive line, their tackles especially, Will Campbell and Morgan Moses looked horrible against the Denver Broncos. Will Campbell, they drafted him 4th overall. He's fat. You know, offensive tackles are supposed to be muscular, supposed to be bulky. The guy is just a bunch of flub out there. And Morgan Moses is struggling when I think it's year 10, year 11 in his career. It's difficult to stop that Seattle defensive line. DeMarcus Lawrence, Byron Murphy, Leonard Williams, and then you have that second unit, Derek Hall, Uchenna Nwosu, and Boye Mafe. But that offensive line, especially the interior, led by Michael Wenu and Garrett Bradbury, could clog the holes and make a good opportunity for Mondre Stevenson, Travion Henderson, or even Drake May to use his legs. I think Seattle is going to have a tough time stopping New England.
Look, all I'm going to say is this. If you're 350 pounds, you're fat.
Yeah, but you know,
fat.
look at Tristan Wirfs, look at Lane Johnson. These guys have muscle. They have muscle.
But they're 300 pounds.
Campbell has a bunch of flab. He's fat.
That's
He's not going to do anything. He's T-Rex arms.
They're 300 pounds.
The guy needs to move the guard. Guards are fat. Tackles are bulky.
I think if I put on a fat suit, I could play in the Super Bowl.
You probably could, Coop. You probably could.
Anyway, AJ, I'll swing to you. What's your thoughts with the Patriots here?
I got to say, there's only one thing they got to do, and that is contain JSN. I mean, JSN has been balling this season. That is Sam Darnold's go-to target. And if you put the pressure on JSN, you're going to have to double team him, triple team him, or maybe try to get in his head and probably say some like little nonsense, just to get in his head, take him off his game. Yo, Sam Darnold's going to start seeing ghosts out there. Let it go. Like, that's how you're going to
What do
have
you
to
mean,
win
like, get in his head? Like, what are you going to say to JSN? Like, hey,
I can't say that on air. Can't say it on air, but you know what I'm thinking.
Oh, my God. No.
No, I just can't say it on air, but, you know players talk. Let the players talk. We'll hear the mic ups later.
Julian, you mentioned Drake May before. Talk to me about Drake May.
Well, I'll say it all season long. New England's story has been centered around the MVP runner-up. But as we all know, he's had a cakewalk schedule. I'm going to repeat it once more. I said it early in the season. .391 strength of schedule, by far the lowest in the league. Now, in a matchup where you got two of the best offenses going at each other, you're going to need Drake May to step up. You got to cut down on those turnovers and especially those fumbles, like I mentioned earlier, like the ones we saw in the Texans game, and he's going to have to rise to the occasion.
Yeah, cupcake championship walk for the New England Patriots, as Matt Goldman mentioned before many of times. JJ, I'll swing it to you.
It's going to be about the Patriots defense forcing turnovers. I mean, the Patriots defense has 8 takeaways that leads every team in the postseason right now. And something that Seattle did in the regular season, they had 25 giveaways. That was second in the league. So if the Patriots defense finds a way to turn over Seattle's offense, the Patriots will have a great shot at making history on Sunday.
Representing the NFC in 2026 will be the Seattle Seahawks. Matt, bring us through Seattle's historic season.
This team was projected not even to make the playoffs this year. Now they're in the big game. They're 8th in total offense, 6th in total defense. With points scored, they're 3rd, but they're 21st in turnover differential, which may be their Achilles heel come towards the big game.
JJ, I'll go to you. What can the Seattle Seahawks do to win their 2nd Super Bowl in history?
It's going to be about handing the ball off. Got to run the football with Kenneth Walker. Look, the Patriots, they lead basically every stat in the postseason on defense. They have 12 sacks in the postseason right now. You want to slow down that pass rush, run the football. It will create a lot of play action, which is Sam Darnold's bread and butter. So you do not want to let this pass rush go, because they let this pass rush unleash, and it's going to be scary. So run the football.
Goldie, what's your breakdown for the Seattle Seahawks?
You got to have that secondary be like the Legion of Boom, which was their most popular playing style back in the day, back in 2013, 2014. New England doesn't have a wide receiver who's premier. Stephon Diggs, please. Kayshon Boutte, whatever. Hunter Henry, old. So they don't really have a guy that's not like a lethal guy. They don't have a JSN in their offense. But if you look back in that secondary with Seattle, Devon Witherspoon's a top 5 corner in the game. Pair him next to Reek Woolen, that's a top 5 tandem. And then you have the safeties, Julian Love, former Pro Bowler. Kobe Bryant was a Pro Bowler this year. And then Nick Emenwari, who I've mentioned time and time again on the desk, where he is a top 5 safety right now in the league. And with him having the opportunity to show out in a big game, I wouldn't be shocked if Nick Emenwari makes a big play down the stretch and eliminates New England.
AJ.
I got to say, it's got to be good QB play. Sam Darnold has to play his best game, especially in this game more than ever. He can't throw reckless balls. He can't throw interceptions. And most importantly, he can't see ghosts out there. If he makes the smart passes, like JJ said, goes to his bread and butter, the play actions, find JSN, because we all know that he's going to be fine. He's going to be open. He'll be good. And that's all Seattle needs. Defense do their thing. Let Sam Darnold ride.
Julian.
It's got to be the receiving core. I mean, earlier, A.J. Tierney over here said that the only way for the Patriots to win was by containing JSN. I simply think that's impossible. JSN, he just won the Offensive Player of the Year. He looked absolutely incredible. Even if you could lock up JSN, let's say Christian Gonzalez has this miraculous performance, you've still got to worry about Cooper Kupp, Rashid Shaheed, the GOAT, Jake Bobo. Oh, my goodness. This
That's
Patriots defense is going to be overwhelmed. And the Seattle receiving core is going to get it done.
Before we announce a winner, let's compare these teams. JJ, take us through a comparison of both sides.
New England Patriots 17-3, the Seattle Seahawks 16-3. Both teams basically scored the same amount of points. I mean, the Patriots scored over 28 points. Seattle scores over 28 points. Points allowed is a little close. The Patriots allow 18, a little over 18. Seattle allows a little over 17. The takeaways, Patriots got 19 takeaways, Seattle has 25 takeaways, and the giveaways, the Patriots only give the ball up 16 times, while the Seattle Seahawks give the ball up 28 times.
Thank you for that comparison, JJ. Julian, it's time for the Sports Desk Super Bowl picks. Walk me through your pick.
Give me the Hawks in 5. We talked about this before. The Seahawks pass game is incredibly overwhelming. JSN has looked phenomenal. Sam Darnold has looked phenomenal. Clint Kubiak, one of the best offensive play callers in this league. Even if you could stop this Seahawks offense, I think the defense is good enough to get at least one turnover, get that one Drake May fumble that's going to put this game away.
JJ, Pats or Seattle?
I like Pat's Pizzas. It's going to be the Patriots. The New England Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl. Now, I understand. A lot of people have Seattle winning. A lot of people don't want to see the Patriots rise to glory again. Well, I'm sorry, people. It's going to happen. I mean, the Patriots' defense is going to terrorize Sam Darnold. They're going to force him to throw a lot of turnovers, and the Patriots are going to be back on top. And I know Matthew Goldman shaking his head
No,
because
you're wrong. I think
the Bills are going to be at the bottom,
let's
and then
not bring
the
up my
Patriots are going
team
to be at the
here.
top.
Let's not bring up my team here. What I do think is New England's unproven. They have a bunch of young guys. This team is going to be stellar for years to come, but right now I think they come short. I think Drake May, in a pressure like that, down in San Francisco where the Super Bowl is being played, and with Seattle being not too far away from San Francisco, I think you're wrong.
Nah,
you are wrong.
Drake May's going to get it done.
Drake May, he could, yeah.
And with that, I will swing it to you, Matthew Goldman.
Thank you, Tyler. It's going to be the Seattle Seahawks. I don't really, it's not a surprise. I would rather eat rocks than have the New England Patriots win a Super Bowl. But Mike McDonald has built this roster top from bottom to be one of the most impressive teams in all of football. Sam Darnold, a career turnaround. They're going to make a movie about this guy. Not one of those Netflix films, like the stuff that actually goes to theaters. But Nick Emenwari, as I mentioned, pair him up with Witherspoon and Wool in that secondary. It's going to cause, a monster. It's a monster down there. It's the second coming of the Legion Boom if you add Bryant and Love to that. And look at the guys on the defensive line. Byron Murphy, breakout season. At linebacker, Ernest Jones having his best season of his career. A 10-win team in 2025 that didn't make the playoffs. They were the first team out. They were the number 8 seed. Now they come in as the 1 seed. They've had 16 total wins this year. They've had the first round bye. Sam Darnold and the fellas get it done. Seattle rides off to the sunset. And Sam Darnold's a Super Bowl champion before Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, which is ludicrous.
AJ, who's your pick?
Even though on air it does say that
Oh,
I
no.
picked Seattle, but I'm going to be the first one to change my pick, and I'm going with the Patriots.
Is that even illegal?
It couldn't be, but I'm going with the Patriots.
Now, what do
Let
you
me
mean?
tell you something.
It
Robert
says
Kraft.
A.J. Tierney, Seahawks.
I didn't even pick the Seattle Seahawks. Let's just get that right. But you know, the NFL is all about this. And guess who gets paid? The referees. And guess what's going to happen? The New England Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl. Number 7, most in franchise history, tied with Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time. You can't deny it. The ring is coming to New England. Patriots fans are going to be up and rising again. And you know what? I got to give
Name me
it to the
one
Patriots.
wide receiver that could round up Devin Witherspoon.
Name me one wide receiver Brady had that he won the Super Bowl with that was top 10.
Julian Edelman.
He was not top 10, though.
Wes Welker.
Did he win the Super Bowl with Wes Walker?
Pretty sure,
No, he didn't. They lost to the Giants, if you remember.
if I remember. Damian Amendola.
Wasn't a top 10 receiver.
James White was great out of the backfield.
It was great. I said receiver, not running back.
He was basically a wide receiver.
He was still
You're
running
wrong.
back.
You
I'm
are
wrong.
completely
I'm
wrong.
right. I'm right, bro.
AJ.
I'm right.
I'm sick of it, and I think you're wrong. And guess what? Seattle is in the Super Bowl.
And guess what? When you're wrong, I'm going to laugh at you.
Gentlemen, I got to
means you have
cut
to get
you
a haircut.
off. I got to cut you off.
Says the one speaking.
Well, that's not nice.
I got to cut you off because I'm going to give you my pick real quick. I'm going to go with the Patriots.
What?
My man.
Yo, Julian, we got to get these people out of here. We got to,
But I'm going to swing it back to you, AJ. With your winner, what player will add their legacy and be named the Super Bowl MVP?
Even though it says Rashid Shaheed on here, I'm going to go with the QB who's been the biggest meme of this NFL season, and that is Drake May. Do I need to say more? No, because he's going to be the MVP.
I'd rather watch his wife's TikToks.
That's just creepy, bro. That's
yeah,
just very
wow,
creepy.
okay,
That's
nice.
just,
Yeah, that's
I just want to say on air, he said that, not me.
that's terrific.
That's
The man out of North Carolina.
Yeah.
I love it. Love it. Julian.
You know, like AJ's pick, the NFL tends to hand out the Super Bowl MVP to the quarterbacks. This year, it's not going to be any different, although they're not going to be handing out to Drake May because the Seahawks are going to win. So it's going to be Sam Darnold.
He's going to see Ghost.
Yeah, all right. Enough of that. I would normally give it to Jackson Smith and Jigba or Rashid Shaheed, but it's hard to say which of them is going to get it. I'll tell you who's going to get it between those two. The guy who's throwing them the ball. That seems like the more for sure pick. That's what I would pick, and I would think is going to happen. I think we're going to see a 300-plus yard, 3-touchdown game out of Sam Darnold.
Julian, your takes are always amusing.
I know they are. That's why they put me on the
always
desk.
amusing. That is very true. JJ, I'll go to you. Who's your MVP?
My MVP. Now this one is a little it's unorthodox. Carlton Davidson III.
Who?
I have Carlton Davidson III winning Super Bowl MVP. Now look, just like how Malcolm Smith in 2013 won Super Bowl MVP, it's going to be just like that. It's going to be somebody unknown. Carlton Davis has 2 picks in this postseason so far. I think we're going to see an exceptional game from him in the Super Bowl, and he's going to win Super Bowl MVP. I think this year's Super Bowl MVP is going to be unexpected.
You could have picked like Christian Gonzalez or Marcus
I
Jones,
could have,
but you
I
picked
could have,
Carlton
but I
Davis.
wanted to be very outrageous, Matt Goldman.
Carlton Davis does have his ring with Tampa Bay, so.
I wanted to be very outrageous.
You'd be terrible at gambling.
That's why I don't.
Matt,
That's just
finish
honest,
us
yeah.
off for this segment with your MVP.
Jackson Smith-Njigba is going to win Super Bowl MVP. I know that we haven't seen a wide receiver win it since his teammate, Cooper Kupp, but JSN has had one of the most historic years. He has over 2,000 all-purpose yards, and that's including the postseason as well. He won the Offensive Player of the Year last night. Jackson Smith-Njigba has been excellent all season long against guys like Christian Gonzalez, Marcus Jones, Carlton Davis, as JJ mentioned. It's going to be difficult, but as of right now, the route tree, the footwork, the elusiveness that JSN has is unbelievable. Book it right now. Here's my prediction. 10 catches, 185 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jackson Smith-Njigba is your Super Bowl MVP, and we'll see you next week.
Somebody lost a lot of money if you bet that.
Well, guess what? I'm not a betting man.
Sure. You completely missed. Get a better aim.
That will conclude our Super Bowl preview segment. Don't forget to follow us at SportsDeskWP for updates and more. Thank you to all the cast and crew. And of course, a big shout out to our wonderful studio manager, Al Clarke. From Studio B in Hamilton Hall, and from everyone here at the desk, I'm Tyler Cooper saying so long. See you next Friday right here on WPTV.